Hello anyone, it's just Geisen here and welcome back to more Cloudpunk. Last time we delivered more food to people and one of them froze to death. Then we helped a broken detective hunt down a kidnapped child whose father said he would be fine getting money instead. Such a happy game. Today, more deliveries. Let's go.
Hey kid, you free now? Finished your coffee?
My sure thing, Control. You got another job for me?
Come by Cloudpunk HQ and grab a package. It's for Anderson Financial in Anderson Tower, labeled Mr. Anderson.
Is it on Anderson Street in Anderson Town?
Don't joke, kid. You don't know the half of it. Control out.
Alrighty then, and yeah, I wanted to work on things between episodes to get some more of the punch cards, but that is precisely the reason I did not. I never know when there's just suddenly going to be a call or whatever. So... where we going? Zoom out. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we get to meet the Grim Reaper. Cool, let's go find our way to that. The last time we came across one of those icons, but unfortunately I was unable to go see him because everything froze over. So let's go see this guy before we pick up our package. Apparently it's a merchant, or at least it was in the vents. Still a bit of a shame I wasn't able to go over there. I think there was loot too, so I don't like missing out on loot. I mean, most of it's just for money, but I like money. I want to upgrade my house. Maybe my car if I get more upgrades. It's kind of neat though. Just kind of going in between areas and just nothing down below. Bunch of clouds. You can see a little bit in shorter buildings. I wonder if there's any extra or lower value on those buildings that are in the clouds. And yes, I know, I could go faster if I were on the roads, but then I run the risk of crashing into people and I don't like that part. So, okay. They do have parking over there. Yep, it has actually been a little while since I played this. The last 2-3 episodes I got recorded back to back. I enjoy this game. I mean, there's not a lot of gameplay going on, but I just like going around this world. Oh, right. We're coming back to actual headquarters. So let's go... You're a farmer? Why do you have a Grim Reaper thing? Hey, you.
Hey, I know you. You're Cloudpunk.
No, I'm Rania. I work for Cloudpunk. Who are you?
You don't remember? I'm from Vince. We spoke. Maybe you don't recognize me. We can't take our mask off.
I remember. Why are you here?
Please, you need to help us. They are trapped. No one can get to them.
All right, calm down. What happened?
There was a storm. We sheltered in a cave, but it was no use. We had no choice but to follow the tunnels. Up and up, we climbed to escape. The frost chased us like demons. We were separated in the darkness. I think my brothers and sisters climbed an old vinculum into a different part of Navalis.
You climbed all the way from the vents to the city?
We were trapped. The only way was to climb. We did not want to shelter in the city, but we had no choice. It was so dark inside the superstructure, it is impossible to get your bearings.
So what do you need from me?
Please, find them. Help them get home. They may be trapped, lost.
Okay, how?
I don't know. It'll be near coal ducts that flow into the city. Somewhere near a construction site, probably. That is all I can say.
Can't we go back the way you came?
No! It's frozen solid. The cold winds would strip the skin from your bones. There is no way back.
If it's really that bad, do you think maybe your friends...
In the vents, we do not lose hope till we find the bodies. We are a hardy people. We do not give up easily.
I hear you. I'll try to find them.
It is all I can ask.
What about you?
I don't know anyone else in the city. There's nothing for me here. I'll go back to where the world makes sense.
Even with the storms?
There are kinds of storms here too. Different, but just as deadly.
Yeah, good on you guys. You don't lose hope until you see the bodies. I like that kind of thinking. Maybe
Camus,
they're...
are you there? Did you hear what the moisture farmer said?
Yes. Near cold air ducts. Did you find some?
No. Could you search the database for abandoned construction sites below Midtown?
Searching. There is a walled section west of Caledon with heavy construction. I'm adding a nav point.
On my way.
Neat. So yeah, we got an actual side quest now, and it's, what, the same color as Cloudpunk? Is it important? Oh man, do I have to make a choice? I hope not.
Mr. Anderson. That is a strange name.
I think it's an old name.
Maybe the package will be for an old man.
We'll find out soon. Let's find this Anderson Tower.
There are so many more people like me here than back at the plateau.
Here in Nivalis? Does that make you feel less alone, Camus?
I don't know. A lot of the automata do not have good jobs.
That wasn't so different back home either. The agriculture automata didn't even get breaks. They just worked in the fields 24 hours a day.
Yes, but they would always tell me how lazy I was.
Maybe that was just a way for them to feel good about what they had to do.
They didn't have to work there. They could have worked at the mine.
Not much of a choice though, right? I wouldn't want to do either of those jobs, would you?
No, but the automata here in the city are different. I think they laugh at me.
When did they laugh at you?
All the time. When we refuel, when we park, when we have the windows cleaned, I have to interact with them, and I always say the wrong thing.
I feel the same, Camus. We don't fit in here. Not yet. The way we speak, our attitudes, it's obvious that we're from a small town. They can just tell by how I walk around. On the streets, they're all looking straight ahead, but I'm always looking up at the towers and the clouds.
They are very big.
They are, Camus. But I'm not thinking about the buildings when I look up. I'm thinking about the people in them looking down on me.
Well, that's what it feels like for me. The automata here look down on me, too.
It's okay, Camus. At least we're alone together.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you've got each other, you can live your lives however you want. It's a little bit hard to go with the flow, but hey, you can go with your own flow, right? So long as the waves don't come crashing down on you. Whee! And I like how Camus was talking about getting made fun of while getting fuel, and then I did that thing. Yep, but yeah, I figure we can go do the job. Maybe that'll be important. And then go help the moisture farmers. So it turns out, not the Grim Reaper. I thought maybe it was like a Robo Reaper or something like that. Is that right? Oh. We have... Oh. I don't know where I need to be now that I have multiple things going. But yeah, it turns out their icon is just a gas mask. Maybe I need to go there. That is out of the way? But no, that would be construction. Well, we are here. May as well. I don't know that we are timed for anything. So what the... ooh. Yeah, that's why I don't like going on the roads as well. I run into things. But yeah, what the hey? Let's go over here. This is probably construction. Maybe not. It's honestly hard to tell. It's fancy looking, so I'm gonna assume it's Mr. Anderson. Malport. Yep. Ah, okay, so we get more of these. The little cementy looking parking spaces. I guess they're not that rare after all. Man, so many people with all the neons on their cars. I'm all jealous and whatnot. Oh, but there's... punch card! Heck yeah! I like it when we're able to find them on the go. Saves me time between episodes. So... I'm assuming this is where I need to be. Oh, this is kind of cool looking. Am I in first person? Oh. Whee! Huh. How do I not first person? There we go. That's cool, though. I love being able to change the camera now. This is a barrier or something. Oh. Hello? How do I get to you? There's an X? What is X? Buzzer. Oh, I gotta be buzzed in. But first, loot. Buzz buzz.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
A lot.
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Miss Anderson.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk only.
Somehow, when that conversation started, I kind of figured it would be that it's a place of clones or same guy robots or something. That's hilarious.
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. I just ripped this flap and... it's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a shot.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me. But yes, that does seem strange. Please, play the rest of the message. My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I'm going now.
I mean, giving him the opportunity to complain sounds like a good step in the right direction. These guys are, what, Anderson's churned out just to work for Anderson for what purpose, exactly? Okay, which one of you Andersons do I need? You.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
So yeah, it's a business of some description that was opened up at some point. What, thousands of years ago? At least one or two? If they're talking about hundreds of years since things. And it's all run by androids now. We don't know what their purpose is, but they're doing their jobs endlessly without knowing why, or probably even what they're doing. Is it a self-contained thing? Are they even connected to the outside world for any reasons? Because they don't even know the outside world exists, apparently. That's quite the bubble.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Novalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Ooh. Wait, who just paid me? I mean, I'm glad that I got paid, but who paid me? Well, it's digital money. I guess it was just wired to me somehow. Oh, nice statue. There's loot. There you are. It's a book. So now I get the choice of leaving and letting them do for themselves, because they do have grievances. Probably all of them take issue with something or another. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do that. Eventually they'll get fed up and just leave the place. I mean, that's typically how things work out. It may take them, being androids, a couple thousand years, but it looks like they're getting to that point. So rather than resetting them and leaving them to slave away at this place doing whatever, I think I'm gonna just leave them. Maybe they'll be better this way. Ron, you'll be happier with it. Birdcage.
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Novalis air.
Cool. Plus, we might get in trouble with control if we just go tampering with the customer.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it and pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Oh man, it's back the other way, but I was getting so close to somebody maybe. Where is this Roadhouse Club? Oh, it's back the way I was. Come on, game. I want to go help the moisture farmers. And landed. Alright, so where are we going? To the right, but to the left, we got some loot. Sorry, guy, I'm in the general area, but you're still gonna have to wait. Loot is very important to me. Loot can also help me get out of debt, depending on how much debt I have. That hasn't really been explained, but it seems implied. She is otherwise homeless and her family is repossessed. Over this way. There we go. You gotta love the little catwalks. You can't just get onto them whenever. I love all the lights and signs, though. Just going through here, you see all the little... What is that, the paper lights up there? And the little cafe above, or somebody's front porch, whatever it is. Oop. And then that. Whoa. Hi. That's just cool looking. There's so many lights and signs and all that. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. And that is another punch card. Alright, man. Actually, I just had a brain thought. Does this have letters or is it numbers only? Oh, it does have letters. Ooh, because yeah, last time we were given a scrap of paper with this on it. does it go to the hollow thing? 1C65-2. Hollow cache. 1C65-2. Ooh. I get money. Cool. So, 6, 3, 2. I got money. Heck yeah. I didn't really realize at first what that would be, and then we had the thing with Huxley, and it was like, oh, yeah, maybe I can get money. So I guess that's how we do that. Hollow cache explained. We get sequences of numbers from people. Oh, Roadhouse. Why are we at Roadhouse? And who are you?
Let me past.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just jopping with your lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubric don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left this package for ya.
Where is it supposed to go?
You don't know?
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Why am I a rabbit?
Good, Rabbit. Follow the nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you? You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Pallid 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
It's much more than a virus. Pallid 1.0 affected computers, but Pallid 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Pallid 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Pallid 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis or the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next, far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives would be saved.
You know, this city has its share of monsters, but I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job. little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrick's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it. Besides, I don't think Rubrick wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
That is a fair point. Although, with how Rubrick is able to get into all the information and all that stuff, he could do it in secret and really mess with us. I'm thinking of doing the right thing and throwing it away, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us.
There is a security door. I can hear people inside.
Can it be them? Maybe it is giant rats. What if it is giant rats?
I'm opening the door.
I am worried about the rat possibility.
You are a car. Farmer!
Oh God, it's open! Someone found us! I don't believe it!
Me neither. You're from the vents?
Yes, the door would not open. We banged and banged on it. People just walked past.
They thought you were rats.
They treat us with such disdain.
No, literal rats. It's a real problem in the city.
I see. Well, thank you for finding us. We owe you everything.
Will you go back?
Yes, but may we go to a bar first? Is that the word? I haven't been in the city for a long time.
You both look like you could use a drink.
Take this for your help.
I don't need...
Please take it.
Thank you. Good luck getting home.
Cora bless you, Cloudpunk.
You alright? Oh, there were 3 of you. I only saw the 2. Yeah, doing good deeds left and right, and getting paid for it, alright. So... we gotta go to Waterside, so... Is this digital virus? Is it on, like, a chip or something? Couldn't we just break it? Destroy it? Throw it into the water? Cast it into the fires? Just a thought. It's technology. It is finite in what it can affect. It may be able to cause things to reach out and affect more, but it itself is very limited, right? Well, maybe not in this world. Technology is basically the world, so it's hard to say. Maybe it's a chip and maybe it could touch something and then, oh no, everything's infected. Like an actual virus. But, still gonna dump it. He might pay me for delivering it, but guy seems a little scuzzy. And I don't like the idea of him using a virus against people for his own gain, you know? It seemed like only bad could come of it. And holding on to the source code, they could always duplicate it or tweak it a little bit. Somebody else could get their hands on it. Make it even worse than ever. You know, technology. It's not something that stays the same. Just saying, Rubric is not invincible. He could create this thing, do his little plan, and then somebody else even better could come along, muck it all up for him. Where do I need to park? See, where I need to go is right here. Why here? I don't know. I could just throw it out my window. Up and up and up and up. So... Oh! This is where we were with Huxley before. Okay, we going in circles then. Oop. At least the game lets you get familiar with regions. Having return trips and all that. What are those tube things? They look like things you can go through, and in fact, I did go through some in the vents. But what are they, I wonder? And they get sealed off like that, the little barriers. Maybe they are science facilities. Power or something. Cardinal? Who are you?
You, child! You have sin in your eyes, in your thoughts, under your nails. Excoriate yourself before my mother. Your mother. The All-Mother!
Me? Me? Stop pointing at me.
You feel the spotlight of guilt. It strips away your facade. Bow down to Cora and ask her to free us and birth anew. We are all doomed!
Don't you have anything better to do than shout at people in the street?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for my robes to be dry cleaned. Repent! Repent and suffer before the gaze of the All-Mother!
Camus, do you hear this guy? This is exactly what Mom warned me about in Navalis. Crazy people shouting on the streets.
I hear him. What is he talking about now?
I saw the fourth face as I stripped away the mask. The eyes of Cora looked down, and a mouth made of garbage spat upon my soul.
Gross.
He shouted at you. He shouts at a lot of people.
Not Corpsec, I noticed. Or the gangers over there, or guys in general.
My knowledge base says many religious factions do not respect minorities or women.
Your knowledge base is not wrong, Camus.
Alright, well that was, interesting. You do you, guy, but I know that I've commented on some of the voice acting being a little bit flat in this, but I actually liked that one. Especially the little comic moment of, don't you have something else to do? No, I don't. Oh, am I gonna throw it in the fire? Am I gonna throw it in the... Oh, it's down below. Getting my hopes up. I was thinking I was right. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Lift Operator. I need a lift. Can you lift me down? Can you speed up a little? I got things to do. There we go. And I like that the little platform bit, because it doesn't start until you hit this, so it's like a big button. Big glowy button. Alright. Shop owner. Put it in you. Ah, trash chute.
That's it. Off to the oceans.
Swallowed by the seas as they complain across 1,000 shores.
Where did that come from, Camus?
It is just an expression. I can stop if it is annoying.
No, I like it. Expressions, quotes, poetry. Go nuts.
We are become death, destroyer of worlds.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, depending on how well protected whatever that was we just cast out is, somebody might could find it. Hux?
The dame answered the call. I knew she wouldn't let me down.
Huxley, you can't keep asking for help. I have to do my job. You're on your own.
I hope the dame knew I wouldn't be calling if I had any other choice.
Damn it, Camus, what should I do? I should leave him, right?
I am not so sure.
But you hate him.
He is one of us now. A friend.
Really? All right. Huxley, where are you?
I sent the dame a nav point.
I'm on my way.
Alright. Yeah, today was exciting. We got to see a bunch of clones possibly prepping for Revolution and do some less than thrilling work for Rubric. But then we helped some people get out of a room with a locked door, so that was nice. But anywho, this has been Cloudpunk. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you did, then give the like button a tap. And if you want to see more like this or more from me, then give the subscribe button a big thumbs up. I will see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.